Hey guys, my name is Stephanie and I have Marlow here. She's one of our past patients. And, I love her story because I think there's so many people that are out there where they feel like as they get older, they just have to deal with these aches and pains. It's just a part of like living, and it's just not true. So I can't wait for you guys to hear a story. So tell us a little bit about your injuries, how long you've been hurting, what have you tried, all that good stuff.
Yeah, sure. Um, I guess the first time I really hurt my back, if you will, is when kind of an acute sort of injury where I was in pain for months. It was a long time ago. Um, and I would do things here and there. I mean, I did everything. I saw an acupuncturist. I was overseas, so I saw a physiotherapist. That's what they call them over there. I saw a chiropractor, throughout the years, and, it would kind of get better or not get better, it would stop hurting as much. But, the smallest little thing would just send me back into, pain and muscle spasms. So, over the years, I stopped running. I just had to be very cautious not to move the right way, or I would just be bedridden for days, and on muscle relaxers in the whole 9 yards. So, I would say the last year of the pandemic, when I was really sort of sitting at my desk for very long periods of time without being as active as I had normally been, the pain exploded. And I would be sitting at my desk for not even 2 hours, and then I literally couldn't sit the entire rest of the day, and I was just taking Advil, and so within the last year it really just got a lot worse. So trying to mitigate by being careful and not doing the things I had historically done just stopped working, and I was just in pain all the time at that point.
Yeah, literally, like that's a story for a lot of people because the pandemic, people were already were hurting here and there, but they were able to manage it with the things that they were doing. But then all of a sudden you're stuck at home and you're sitting, and the amount of time that you walk is like from here to the bathroom and back. And that's it. Where normally it's like you can go down the hallway, you're walking out to get some lunch, and you're seeing someone, down, like going to the bathroom down the hall. Like literally you're in this little small box and you're sitting the whole entire time. And it made everything worse. And all of our routines completely changed. So yeah, no, that's that's everyone's story. And then it's like, what do I do? Because the things that I used to do aren't working now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I mean, it was terrible.
Yeah. What were some of your fears with your aches and pains? Like, I know you're very active, you're wanting to stay active, but what were some of the things that you're starting to tell yourself that that maybe, I'm going to have to slow down, or, what were some of those things?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of started to think maybe I'm just, getting older, and I am in 50s, but the prospect of feeling that way for the next even 10, 20 years just was frightening and sad. I knew people that are my age that are out running marathons. I said, this cannot be right. I shouldn't have to live life in this way. I've always been an active person, and I turned into somebody who's pretty much in pain all the time. And whenever I did something active, I just had to be so careful that I didn't move the wrong way or even sleep the wrong way. Mm-hmm. I would just, again, send me into, days of muscle spasms and pain. And I think it actually got worse. It kind of started affecting my hips, and then, as you know, my shoulder, and it kind of just sort of like an octopus with all these tentacles that started going out and affecting other parts of my body. It just seemed to be getting worse and worse.
Yeah. And I, even when I've had people that have been younger that have even come in, it's like, what am I going to do? Like 10 years from now, am I going to be in a wheelchair? I'm going to be in a nursing home. Like they start going down that path. Cause it's like, if I'm like this now and I don't have answers, what is it going to look like even later? Am I going to be able to even go on a vacation? Like our brain starts going down that path. And then when you go into the doctors, it's like, they don't mm-hmm. give you any solutions. It's like, here's some medications, or, well, you're not ready for surgery yet. And you're like, oh, great. I guess I have to live with this.
Right. And I did actually go to a back institute or whatever. And, they took the full x-ray and they said, you look okay. And, it's discouraging and it's shocking because you're in pain.
Yeah.
They're telling you that everything looks fine. I guess they just looked at the spine and didn't look at the muscle. I don't know, but after all of those things that I tried, it was just, like I said, really discouraging. I just thought that there's nobody out there that really could help me. And I was just destined to sort of be an old person.
Live like this.
Move like this. Yeah, I shouldn't disparage. I know there's folks in their 80s running marathons, but that I was destined to be in pain and not be active. And it was really frightening and really just kind of depressing.
Yeah. Well, that's why people, you go to the doctor's office and all they want to do, they just image you, they x-ray, they do MRIs, and they base everything off that. So, when you have people that are, pain-free, no problems whatsoever, and you image them, 60 to 80% are going to show stuff. But that's like, as we age, the more it shows. So you can have people that image and they look at it and you're like, I don't understand why you're in so much pain. There's hardly anything there. And then you can look at someone that imaged someone and they like have a ton of stuff and they're like, how are you not hurting? And it's because the imaging doesn't really tell you like what's going on. And so then the doctor's like, I don't know what to do because your imaging looks good.
That's right.
Like, oh, great. Thank you.
And that was kind of like the last, ditch effort on my part to try to fix whatever was wrong. And after that point, I kind of just gave up. And that was several years ago. But again, like I said, the pandemic just, amplified everything. And it was to the point where it was unbearable just to even work during the day. So that's what was the impetus for me.
Well, and I know it took you a while.
It was untenable. So
yeah, I know it took you a while to come into the office because you got referred from a friend of yours. But how are we different, and how are you feeling now?
Well, it's so surprising. I'm almost, and I'm thinking back at how quickly you looked at the way that I moved, and I don't know what you did. I'm a CPA, not a physical therapist, but the tips and exercises and things that you did with me, I felt relief immediately after the first session. And as I continued to do the things that you told me to, it just kept getting better and better and better. And, we started with one area and then we moved to the next and then we moved to the next. And now I know what I need to do when I'm driving in my car or sitting at my desk or even during the day, or even when I'm, playing a sport or riding my bike. I know the things that I can do to, prevent my back and my hips and my shoulder from feeling the way that they felt before I came to see you. And it was, each visit just built upon that success after the first visit. And it was shocking. I was skeptical even at first, because, in the past, I'd walk out of there saying, wow, this really, and 2 days later, I'd be right back. And that didn't happen with you. It felt better, but it truly felt better. I could tell it was whatever I was doing was different this time. And I learned a lot about it and what I needed doing. And that was really important as well. So, it was amazing from the get-go.
Yeah. You got a little bit why it's happening, what you're doing throughout the day, how you can combat it, giving you tools around, the activities that you want to do and how to stay like that. So, and it's, you're just like so many people that think that because of doing all the things that you did before and because of the healthcare system, the way it is, just think that well, I guess I have to live with this. This is just going to be the way it is. And it's not true when you kind of get to the right person. So, what would you tell someone that's on the fence about coming into this office? What would you tell them?
Can I copy a slogan that's already, just do it.
Exactly.
Even if you're just at your wit's end with seeing, I saw like I said, acupuncturist, another physical therapist, a back institute, a chiropractor, like just a regular sports trainer. I mean, I think I pretty much ran the gamut of resources, and I had given up. So if you're feeling that way, the only thing I can say is just do it. Just give Stephanie and her team one shot. And I think even after the first visit, you'll realize that she's different and that you'll notice real improvement very, very quickly. So to copy a common slogan, just do it.
Well, thank you so much. I know this story is going to really impact other people that are out there that's, maybe feeling the same way and feel like there's nothing out there for them. And they'll realize that, oh, this might be the place. This might be my last hope, because that's kind of what we get with a lot of our people. It's like, we're the last hope because no one else seems to be able to help them. And we love it because we just can impact people's lives in so many like great ways where they never thought they could feel this good. Yeah. So thank you so much for your story.
Yeah, you bet. Thank you. Thanks, Stephanie.